Wesley Chapel is one of the fastest growing suburbs just north of the city of Tampa. And in today's video, we'll be taking a much closer look at what Wesley Chapel has to offer, going over all of the main interstates and things here local to the area, as well as shopping and information you need to know, especially if you're reconsidering or possibly considering a move to the Wesley Chapel area. By the way, if you like what you see here, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. Let's just talk a little bit about the location of Wesley Chapel itself. So, Wesley Chapel is located here in this area that has the dotted red lines. Wesley Chapel is located in the Pasco County area, and it's just northeast of the city of Tampa. Tampa is located right here in the Bay, and Tampa is located in Hillsborough County. So, one of the really interesting things about Wesley Chapel is it has seen monumental growth and expansion. My husband grew up in the Tampa area pretty much all his life, and his family relocated to the Wesley Chapel area right around the early 2007, 2008 time range. And from what we have in Wesley Chapel today versus where Wesley Chapel started off at, there's been lots and lots of growth. So when he moved here, there wasn't a mall, there really wasn't much to do. Much of this area was known to be very agricultural or swampland area, kind of like out in the country, if you will. And at the time, people's response was kind of like, "Oh, you live in Wesley Chapel? That's the boondocks." It's no longer considered the boondocks. It's actually a really close drive to the city of Tampa. So the main interstates connecting Wesley Chapel to the city of Tampa is I-75 going down to I-4. So if you're driving down south, that would be down 75 and then I-4 straight into Tampa. Or you can also go through 75 and then take 275 straight down to the city of Tampa. So this is really nice in terms of location. We are just about a 30 to 40-minute drive from downtown Tampa area, which is really nice, especially if you're looking to commute to Tampa International Airport, located right here. So just depending on traffic and where exactly you are in the Wesley Chapel area, it's a really quick drive down to Tampa International. Wesley Chapel is also a popular location due to its pretty close proximity to Clearwater and beaches. So you're at least 45 minutes, if not to an hour, to the major beaches such as Clearwater, St. Pete Beach, so on and so forth. And you're still kind of centrally located where it's still pretty close to Orlando if you're trying to spend a couple of days over at Disney. So Orlando is just a little bit northeast of Wesley Chapel. So pretty central location. And then also as a big added bonus, it's far enough inland. So whenever we have very large monumental size storms, most of this area is pretty far inland that you don't really need to evacuate this area unless you are in a home that does require evacuation. So this is a big appeal for our particular area. Now, in terms of the lay of the land of what Wesley Chapel really is like in terms of, distance to everything. So there's a couple of major roadways here in the area. So we have State Road 56 that runs all across the actual city. So it runs all across the city, east to west. And then you also have State Road 54 that intersects partly into Wesley Chapel and actually carries you over right into Lando Lakes, Lutz area. Um, So all of this area is connected on State Road 56. So in addition to the State Road 56 as well as State Road 54, we also have 581, and 581 runs north and south. This is better known as Bruceby Downs. And Bruceby Downs connects parts of Wesley Chapel down into an area called New Tampa. And New Tampa is essentially a suburban area north of the city of Tampa that is more commercialized, but it's very, very popular because of its very established communities and close proximity down to the city of Tampa. But it's still a little bit further out into the suburbs. So 581 connects all of that area. So going back to State Road 56 and State Road 54, in this area, we have a diamond interchange, and this diamond interchange is a much newer development to the area, which connects I-75 and State Road 56 and State Road 54, where they intersect. And it's located right off of the Tampa Bay Premium Outlets. Technically, the Tampa Bay Premium Outlets are located in Lutz, but many people associate them with the city of Wesley Chapel. So the Tampa Bay Premium Outlets are right here, right across the way. You also have a huge shopping center with Costco, lots of commercial restaurants, Hobby Lobby, a golf pop stroke area. There's also um other like smaller little boutique style stores and like eateries and things like that. So you do have a Costco right here, and then some other restaurants right off of this area of State Road 56. I live in the Wesley Chapel area, and this is one of the biggest pain points of living in this area. When I first bought my house, this State Road 56 and I-75 Diamond Interchange did not exist. If I was a home buyer in today's market, I would be very strategic about where I would purchase my home here within the Wesley Chapel area. Unfortunately, when we moved to this area, of course, there was I-75 and State Road 56, but in the most recent years, with this diamond interchange, there is an exorbitant amount of traffic. Now, just to cross from one side of the interchange to another, depending on the day, I can be sitting on this interchange at least 20 minutes. And it's just a crazy amount of traffic. I know technically this development was meant to really smooth out the flow of traffic. It's done the complete opposite. Especially during the holidays, all of this Tampa Premium Outlet area is completely backed up bumper to bumper, especially on the weekends. So I would be careful choosing your location in Wesley Chapel, especially if you're trying to cross from one side of Wesley Chapel to the other. I have family that lives on this other side of Wesley Chapel, and I live on this side of Wesley Chapel, and I highly avoid going to their house because of having to cross this diamond interchange. It honestly adds a significant amount of traffic. So as a local, as a Wesley Chapel resident, this is one of my biggest frustrations with the area. Besides this diamond interchange, there are areas that, of course, during high peak traffic hours, you will run into a significant amount of traffic. With this area, it doesn't matter the day, the time, early evening, early morning, you're going to have a stupid amount of traffic in this area. When you drive all across State Road 56, it's a very wide road spanning all of Wesley Chapel. This is where you're going to have the most amount of communities, especially in the new construction sector available. So some very popular communities are Northwood. These are areas that are much more established. This is the only Target as of right now in Wesley Chapel. There's talks of another Target coming in near the Crate area, and we'll be going over where that's located here briefly in a moment. Another main road connecting this area is County Line Road, and it spans all the way across Wesley Chapel as well. Other popular communities are Meadow Point. The Ridge at Wiregrass is a very prestigious, very popular community. And right here, right off of Bruce B. Downs and State Road 56, you have the shops at Wiregrass Mall. This is an all outdoor mall here in Wesley Chapel. It's a beautiful mall. They have lots of different events going on, farmers markets every other Saturday. They also have live music and holiday events during the holidays. So it's a really beautiful outdoor mall. The Tampa Bay Premium Outlets are also an outdoor mall and outdoor shopping area. This is one of Wesley Chapel's most popular communities, Seven Oaks, and it's located right here, right off of Bruce B. Downs and I-75. Then located right about this area near the shops at Wiregrass Mall, you also have Advent Health, which is one of the major hospitals here in the area. It's located right near the Seven Oaks community, right in this vicinity. And right across Advent Health, you also have Baycare, a brand new hospital that just opened less than about 2 years ago. Continuing a little bit further north, you actually have another State Road 54, which can be kind of confusing because you have State Road 54 right here running right into I-75 and State Road 56, but then it also is right here connecting to 581 and this part of I-75. And then this State Road 54 is where you have the Walmart in our area. Right off of I-75, you also have a shopping center called The Grove. It's a really cute outdoor shopping area. And just most recently, in the last like 3 to 4 years, there's also this other shopping center called The Crate. And it's these shipping containers that were converted into small little boutiques and restaurants and things like that. So lots of activity, lots of stuff going on in this area. And this area called the Crate is supposedly going to be home to a brand new Target in the area. All of this area also gets pretty congested right off of Old Pasco Road and 75 and 54. This area is pretty prone to traffic. However, one of the benefits to this area, you're going to have many new construction communities built right off of Old Pasco Road and 54, but they all have the overpass connection that will connect them right onto I-75. So this bypasses all of this ungodly traffic right over in this area, that little diamond interchange. So if you live a little bit further north, you don't even have to get off on this exit. It's just a straight shot to Old Pasco Road in the overpass area, bypassing all of that traffic further south right off of State Road 56. So here in this area is where you have the Epperson Lagoon, one of the most popular Wesley Chapel neighborhoods. I'll go ahead and link a video up in the cards. I believe it's on the left or the right. I don't know, depending on the way the video is mirrored. But I have a video going over the Epperson Lagoon area. So this is one of the most popular new construction communities. It's pretty much sold out at this point in terms of new construction. You can definitely find resale options there. And then this is a brand new Publix built right off of Curly Road. And this is a brand new Publix, and the whole design with this Publix was meant to be very inspired by like a Whole Foods or like a health food market. So it's a very higher end Publix, still offering, really great Publix customer service and Publix pricing. But it has a higher end feel with like a coffee bar, pizza station. It's a totally different concept. So this is a brand new Publix in this area. When you continue in this area, you actually run into the city of Zephyr Hills. So Wesley Chapel and Zephyr Hills kind of intersect and interconnect. One of the most popular neighborhoods in this area is actually a brand new one called Two Rivers, and it's right off of State Road 56 and Morris Bridge. And this community is technically considered part of Zephyr Hills, but it's literally like one street over from Wesley Chapel. And this is a massive development spanning both Pasco and Hillsborough County, and there's multiple builders building in here. It's beautiful homes all the way from entry level starter homes up into the $1 million home range. This community is still in development. It's still for sale in terms of some of the very early stages in this project, but it's going to be a multi-year long development and project. So this State Road 56 runs you right into the Zephyr Hills area. As a side note, actually, you can take 56 and Morris Bridge all the way down to Tampa as well. Even though this Morris Bridge Road intersects right between Zephyr Hills and Wesley Chapel, it is a straight shot down into the Tampa area. So, in terms of shopping and dining, like we went over a little bit ago, we have the Tampa Bay premium outlets. A little bit further north, we have the Grove and the Crate, and then we also have the Wiregrass Mall. And then in all of these locations, there's lots of shopping available. Some of the most commercialized areas would be this area up here near the Crate and the Grove, as well as the Tampa Premium Outlet area. And then this area close to the Wiregrass Mall area. And then we are seeing further developments. We just got a Cooper's Hawk, which is like a luxury winery slash restaurant, and the original project was down in Tampa, and they did an extension, and now there's like another restaurant here in the Wesley Chapel area. There's lots of high-end luxury car dealerships all along State Road 56. The majority of the new construction developments are all along State Road 56, as well as State Road 54. Other popular communities are Saddlebrook. So this is a very well established, much older neighborhood that's going to have very like executive style of Florida homes. Many of these preserve a very like historical type feel to them and architectural design. And then they also have world-renowned tennis courts, and like a resort amenity center here as well. Another popular neighborhood is right here, Persimmon Park by David Weekley. So Wesley Chapel has a nice mix of older homes, probably 20, 30, 40 years ago. But then you also have brand new construction developments. And so it's a nice mix of a suburban feel, but you're still close enough to the city of Tampa or Orlando, as well as um, the beaches and outdoor activities that Florida has to offer. As we go a little bit further north, the Epperson Lagoon area merges right into a smaller city called San Antonio, where the Murata Lagoon is connected. And all of this development in this area it just feeds one right into another, even though Murata is considered part of San Antonio. It's right next to Epperson Lagoon, literally a very short drive. I believe it's like a 6-minute drive from one community to the other, depending on where you are within the community. A 6 to 10 minute drive, and it's a beautiful development. And these two communities, in a sense, kind of merge together, if you will, even though they're two completely separate communities. There's lots of charter schools coming to the area as part of these big developments with these big lagoon communities. And there's also other well established schools in the area. I would say one of the biggest complaints of local Wesley Chapel residents and community members is the lack of planning for the infrastructure. So if you've caught one of my pros and cons video in the past, which I'll go ahead and link up here, one of the biggest complaints is some of the development in the area really lacks planning. So there will be stretches, especially on State Road 56, where you'll have a car wash and then you drive less than 2 to 3 minutes, and then you have another car wash and then a storage unit. So there's lots of building that comes to the area, but not a lot of planning for the infrastructure. So then that's why you're running into all of this traffic and all of these issues when the developers and the officials involved in our county giving the okay to build all these new construction communities in the area, they approve all of these things and then they're playing catch up, widening the roads, or later on adding schools or adding grocery stores or adding shopping centers way after the fact. So this is a really big frustration point for many residents because it seems as though the development of the city can't keep up with all of the, building coming to the area. As an additional side note, I did forget to mention that as of right now, Wesley Chapel does not have an official downtown yet. But right off of State Road 54, we are in the works with a downtown area being built right around this area next to a really popular community called Westgate at Avalon Park. This community is nearing completion, but there is a very large commercial project coming to the area that will be the home of Wesley Chapel's downtown. This has been a long time coming, and many Wesley Chapel residents are very excited about. So, all in all, Wesley Chapel makes a really great city if you're open to being about 30 minutes out from downtown Tampa area. It's still close enough to the city. You have major shopping, major developments in the area, and actually all of the neighboring cities like Zephyr Hills, San Antonio, Dade City, all of these areas in Pasco actually make the drive to Wesley Chapel to take advantage of things like Sam's Club, Costco, the outlets, the outlet mall, the traditional mall. So it pretty much has everything, and it's still close enough in terms of driving to Tampa if you want to go to Tampa, to downtown, or catch a flight at the airport. So this is the lay of the land in terms of where everything's located. And as somebody who lives in Wesley Chapel, I do genuinely enjoy living here. One of my biggest frustrations is just the traffic. But other than that, I think it makes a really great place to live and to have a family. So this is the main lay of the land here of Wesley Chapel. So one of the things that was a very big pro for many people moving to the Wesley Chapel area is that housing was much more affordable in comparison to the Tampa area. You could get a brand new home for a really great price. Currently, median sales prices in the area are just shy of the $500,000 mark. So for many people, Wesley Chapel is now no longer a city that they're considering, especially if they're looking for something a little bit more affordable. So they look further north into Zephyr Hills or possibly Dade City. But there are lots of viable options available, especially right now in our changing market. So what once was a little bit more further out of people's budget may now be something that can be within somebody's affordability. So that was one of the really big reasons many people moved to this area, because it's still close enough to the city of Tampa. There's, like I said, lots of new construction options available, as well as lots of resale options, making this a really popular location for people to call home. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this detailed overview of the city of Wesley Chapel. If you want to know more about the pros and cons of living here, feel free to check out my video all about the pros and cons of Wesley Chapel. And in addition, if you are interested in possibly purchasing a new construction or a resale home in the area, I'd be more than happy to help you. All of my contact information is here on the screen. Leave me a comment below if there is something in particular about Wesley Chapel that caught your attention. I'd love to know what you think. Thanks so much for tuning into today's video, and I'll catch you in the next one.